Well, back with us in Nasrec, my beautiful dear colleague Rapeti here, Cecilia Russell, and of course now we are joined by Mr. Paul Mashatile, who he himself is a candidate on some of the slates and also has been, of course, a strong voice. That is self-critical leadership that he is asking for, and saying that he's talking for unity and saying unity is not a person, that unity is about the ANC leadership coming together and taking the party forward. Mr. Mashatile, you're still talking unity, unity, unity.
Well, it has to be unity all the way. I do believe that the delegates have had us. So as they go into the voting, they will remember that they have to choose leaders who will be able to pull the ANC together, a collective that will be able to work together to unite the whole ANC, but to be able to lead South Africans.
And of course, when we talk that you are also a candidate, and you are a personality here, how do you see your chances really? Because you've said you know you're not really about slates, but how do you really fancy yourself?
Well, you know, when you get to conference, it's really about delegates. So I regard myself as one of those who's nominated. Whether I'll cross that bridge, we will see by Sunday, Monday.
Well, just if we just take a step backwards, Mr. Mashatile, just talking about the processes leading to the elective conference. Now, the Gauteng province didn't have many many court cases against them. Just talk to us about the processes. How are you able to have, minimum court case issues and having things flow smoothly?
And normally what we do as Gauteng, we try and be very thorough about the rules and procedures. You know, in 2007, when we went to Polokwane, we had 96 of our branches not able to participate because of not having had correcting BGMs properly. So we learned the hard way. So since that time, we really make sure that all branches follow this to the latter, and that it shouldn't matter who you support. Make sure that all those branches have gone through proper processes so that the right people are at conference. Because often the fight in these courts is about those issues where branches feel we should have been there, or this delegate should have been there, or this BGM did not really take place. So you have to make sure that you are very thorough about those issues, because the court finds us wanting mainly on these procedures.
And just for the record, can you confirm how many branches are represented here from the Gauteng province?
We were given 476 branches. I think there were a few that did not correct, but I think I may not be accurate, maybe 454 maybe here, with delegates that may be close to 500. There are a few that did not pass the mark, but the majority of our branches and delegates are here.
Can I just ask, and importantly, you have been part of the provincial chairpersons who have been working on a kind of consensus position. Please just take us into your confidence. How's that? What's come out of that?
Well, the spirit has been very good to start. We all are committed to that. And firstly, it was an issue of unity, and we said, okay, if we believe in unity, can we try consensus? But we're also clear that if we can't agree, election is not the problem, voting is not the problem. Where we are, as I speak to you, we have not come up with a consensus leadership, but we have been discussing. So we have agreed that at the end, it will be delegates who chooses. But those discussions have not really stopped. There may be even meetings this evening to see if we can agree on that or that. One of the things that we agree on is that there may be positions where you really can't agree. You have a contest, you have voting, but there may be other positions where you can. But even if for the whole top 6 or top 7 or 8, even if there's no agreement on any of those, we want the contestation and voting to be done in a comradely spirit. We are not enemies. It's just we differ on who we think can do best or lead the best way.
And can we actually get your voice on that, the thought of expanding the top 6? Are you in agreement with having a top 7 or top 8? Do you think that the NEC does need to be expanded? And also your thoughts on the voting process, the voting at one go for the entire top 6 as opposed to staggering the process?
The issue of voting at one go was discussed by the NEC yesterday, or day before yesterday. We don't have a problem with that. That's how we have been doing things. So we are fine that if you have the top 6 or top 8, you do one election. Because one of the greatest concern was that it could take too long to go through those top structures one by one. So it's fine. We let them at the go. From Gauteng side, in terms of expanding, we have suggested the top 8, which is 2 deputy presidents and 2 deputy secretaries. We know that there are other provinces that also support that, but there are others saying only 2 deputy SGs, no deputy president. So we will discuss it. I think one of the first early discussion in the conference will be about constitutional amendment.
Mr. Paul Mashatile, chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng, talking to us about his views on how things may turn out. And of course, he has a position, he has an interest in this, but of course, he continues to preach unity.